Hello everyone. Generally speaking, there are two ways of adding a transition between two consecutive scenes or clips in OpenShot. We can either use a transition image or template, or animate one or more properties of the two consecutive clips. If we use a transition image, we can use either one of the transition images provided by OpenShot, or create our own custom transition image of type SVG, PNG or JPG. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you all those methods so that you can have more creative options. Alright, so here I have two video clips which will go like this without any transition. Now let's try adding a transition between the two clips using one of the transitions provided by OpenShot. So first I will make the second video clip overlap the first one for the desired duration of the transition. For example, here I make the transition last for 2 seconds. OpenShot will automatically add the default fade transition. To change the transition to your preferred one, click the transition to show its properties. On the transition properties, right-click the source property, select transition, and then select the desired transition from the transition groups. For this exercise, let me select the bar ripple 13 transition. We may also change the brightness interpolation mode to our preference. To do that, first move the playhead to the end of the transition, and then right-click the brightness property and select your preferred interpolation mode. Now if we play the video, we should have a transition like this. Alright, as I mentioned just now, besides using the transition provided by OpenShot, we can also create and use our own transition image. For example, here I've created a transition image of type PNG that looks like this. To use this transition image, add the image file to the project files, and then set the transition source property to this image file. Now let's see how this custom transition looks like. Please take note that, in some versions of OpenShot, the order of the steps of adding a transition matters, as certain order may result in reverse transition effect. To show you what I mean, let me add the transition to the track without overlapping the two clips first. And then I will set its duration by setting its end property to 2 seconds. After that, I will snap the transition to the end of clip 1, and then drag clip 2 to overlap clip 1 for the duration of the transition. In terms of the ease of setting the transition's duration accurately, this order of steps of adding transition is somewhat easier. But now if I play the video, I will get a reverse transition effect. To fix this problem, right-click the transition, and then click Reverse Transition. So once again, please remember that how we add a transition may matter. Alright, the second method of adding a transition is by animating one or more properties of either one of or both clips. For example, here I will add a 2-second fade-out animation to clip 1 and set its interpolation mode to a non-linear Bezier ease-out. And then I move the second clip to a new track above the track 1, and make it start from 1 second to the end of clip 1. Now I will add a 1-second zoom-in animation to the start of clip 2, from a scale factor of 0, to a scale factor of 1, and with Bezier ease-out interpolation mode. Then I will also add a spinning effect to the start of clip 2, from -360 to 360 degrees, and make it fast in the beginning and slower towards the end. This will give us a custom transition like this. Lastly, you may also add a transition by adding one of the effects provided by OpenShot and animate its properties. For example, here I'm going to add a crop effect to clip 1 and animate its left size and right size properties for the first 2 seconds of the clip. Now let's see the resulting transition. Alright, so those are the various methods of adding transition in OpenShot. I hope you find this tutorial useful, and thank you for watching.